So doing all this with the tire pressure, it reminded me of a story. When I was about 24 years old and madly in love with my now wife of 20 some years, I was going to surprise her and take her to a little wedding chapel in Lake Tahoe. And I went up to the door at this little wedding chapel, tugged on it, and it was locked, but there was a sign that said open. And then I looked through the glass, saw a man thrashing a woman, like, you know, assaulting her. The door was locked. I just looked around, kind of in panic and shock, and I saw this car, one car in the parking lot. I thought, that has to be his car. Now, mind you, this was before iPhones, okay? I was in a new place, I didn't know anybody, and all of a sudden I was in the situation, and I thought the best thing to do was go let air out of this guy's tires. Because if he tries to get away, you know, it's gonna slow him down. So I did, I ran, and I just took my finger and I put it on the air valve and let a bunch of air out. And then I grabbed like a stone and I jammed it in there, and it kept letting air out. And then I ran across the street to some little shop and I told them what I had witnessed, and they called the police. We waited, and after a few minutes the police showed up and arrested the guy. Then I walked over to the officer and I said, hey, I was the guy that called you guys, and I told him what I did, and he's like, that was really smart, thank you. Fortunately, he didn't even get in the car to drive away, but the tow truck that came to tow his car had to fill up that tire and tow it away. So, I don't know. Memories. Tire pressure crime stopper. No fuss. No, anyway, the thing was too, the police said, hey man, maybe you have to come back and be a witness. And that freaked me out for a while, but they never called me. I actually saw them walk the lady out. She was okay, so. Anyway, moving on. I want to show you how to put air in your car tire using a bicycle pump. I didn't realize a bicycle pump would work just the same on a car tire, but it does. This gauge that's on the pump is just not accurate. So I've come across this tire pressure gauge. It is an LED readout. It's got a little light on it. I love the fact that it's red, matches my car, it looks nice. But seriously, it's got a nice grip. You can put two hands on it to get a nice connection on that valve. You get a ridiculously accurate readout. Whereas these older ones that I've had, they're small, slippery. I sometimes have to get 2 or 3 kind of presses to get it on the right way. And this little air pressure valve reader is blank. All the ink's worn off. It's just white. So this is trash now. The only thing it does have is this little button on the back where you can put it in to let air out, but you can just use your finger for that anyway. This one also takes AAA batteries, which I love. Some of these LED readout ones take those button batteries that I can hardly read what size they are. They're a pain in the butt. They slip around when you're trying to put them in. So I'm happy to have these AAAs. This also comes with this little adapter valve for the Presta valves that I've only seen in some like racing bicycles. They're not as common as just the standard air valve. So we got a link in the description if you want to buy one, and let me show you how it works.
Don't you love my valve cap with a little doggy paw? I love dogs. Your car tire actually has a lot of good information printed right on the sidewall. This says don't overinflate over 40 pounds. Then there's a label right inside the car door that says inflate to 36 pounds. So we'll keep it right around 36. This is an Etinwolf digital tire pressure gauge. It's got an on-off button, and when you turn it on, a little light comes on, so you could do it at night. Give it a firm little press on the valve and you get an accurate pressure reading. I'm at 37.7. So just for fun and sake of experiment, I wanted to see just how much air pressure would actually go in with about 10-12 pumps from this bicycle pump. So let's take a look. That took us from 37.7 to 38.5. That pump works just fine. That little yellow icon on your dash, it looks like a flat tire with an exclamation point in the middle, is your low pressure indicator. So keep an eye out for that. I got my dog's stamp of approval. Another job done. No fuss.
Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell.